this video, I will explain how to use the Concordance Search feature in SDL Trados Studio 2017. For this example, I have two documents that are very similar. This is the original document I got, and this is the second document that I got. The content is exactly the same, some information from the Bible. The only difference is the way the sentences are broken up between the two files. Let's see what that means in Studio. So this is the first document, the one you saw on the left, and it has been translated, or the information has been obtained of the official version of the Bible in Spanish. It has been entered here and confirmed into the TM. That's the TM I'm using. And if we go here to Translation Memories, you will see the contents of the TM. These are the segments that come from that document that we were looking at. After I finish translating this file, I get the new file, which again has the same information as we said. But except for the first two segments that are exactly the same and are giving me context matches from the memory, and segment 4, which is a high fuzzy match also from the memory, nothing else is giving me a match from the translation results window because of the way the segments are broken up. But I know the information is in the memory because I just saved it to the memory a few minutes ago. So what I can do is I can do a concordance search. I have the concordance search window here. And I have the setting that tells Studio to do a concordance search automatically when no translation matches are found. So as I move the cursor from one segment to the next, a concordance search is done for the entire segment. But what if I don't have that set up, or if the segment is not exactly as it is here? It could be a much longer segment that includes a section of this. Let's say that I want to do a manual concordance search. I want to know how this was saved in the memory. So I select that and then I hit F3. F3 is the default shortcut for a concordance search. I do that, F3, and it will immediately copy that text, paste it here, and run the concordance search on the source. I can also choose to do a concordance search in the target, of course. But in this case, the default is to search the source. So I see this here, and it tells me that it's a 100% match. It's not a 100% match for the entire segment. It's not like a regular match from the translation results window that comes from the translation memory. It's a 100% match for the text that I selected, because this can be set to a lower threshold. So it could be, for example, that I had just the word make, and that would be a lower match. It would be similar, but it's not an exact match. But in this case, then, it's a 100% match for the text that I have selected. And in that case, I just go here and I can see what was used in the past in that translation memory. That's basically how concordance works. You can go here. You can see how the entire segment has been looked up automatically. But let's say that I just I want to check what was used for that, and so it gives me that. When I go to my segment, if I want to enter this information, I can either copy it from here, or if I have auto-suggest set up, I can get the concordance match via auto-suggest. You can see it there. So this, what I'm getting here as I start typing, these are concordance search matches that come from auto-suggest. And where do you get that? Well, you go to Options, Auto-suggest, Translation Memory and Automated Translation, and make sure that you have concordance matches checked here. So in fact, if you have it set to the default, concordance matches are not included in your auto-suggest heads. So I would suggest that you mark that, and that way you will be able to access that information. Another setting that is important for concordance is, again, if you go to Options, Editor, you will see that we have the Concordance Search window here, and we have the search options. Perform a search if the TM lookup returns no results. That's what we were seeing here, no results here. So the segment is automatically looked up via concordance. And we have a few more options here. Under the translation memory, in project settings in this case, we can also set the threshold for the concordance search. So we go to project settings, language pairs, translation memory, and automated translation, search. And here, this little bit here is about the concordance search. And I can set the match value. 70% is the default. The maximum number of hits is 30 from all the translation memories that you have active. So what does that mean, 70? For example, if let's say that I want to, you can also type your concordance search, of course. I want to see if the word make has been translated. Apparently not. I want to see how the word shepherd had been translated, and it's right there. But let's say that I'm looking for the word another word such as, for example, the word prepare. So if I do a search for the word prepare, I find this segment here. And it's not exactly, the word that I'm doing the search for does not match exactly what is in the translation memory. That's why I get an 87% here, because the word is not exactly the same. If I type it exactly the way it is, then I get a 100%. And so see what happens as I delete one letter at a time. So I delete the first one, I get a 94% match. Another one, an 87% match. Another one, 80%. And when I go to that next deletion of the letter, I get no matches because that's going to be below the threshold for the search. If I go to project settings again and I change the value here to 100%, I'm telling Studio to give me a concordance search when it matches 100% what I'm typing here or what I'm looking up by selecting and hitting F3. So if I go back the other way, you see how now I'm getting nothing until I hit the threshold that I set, which was 100%.